You're listening to Soundside. I'm Libby Denkman. Well, I don't know about you, but President Trump has big weekend plans. On Saturday, he's going to be enjoying a military parade in honor of the 250th anniversary of the Army. And that also happens to fall on his birthday. There are hundreds of protests planned in cities across the country as counter-programming to this parade. They're organized under the umbrella of the No Kings theme. That includes here in Washington state. The No Kings website says 80 protests are planned in places from Anacortes to Walla Walla. The Kitsap Sun has a list of where those are happening on Saturday and how to stay safe at kitsapsun.com. And not to worry if protest is not your thing. There are a ton of other weekend events coming up. Here with almost every event, festival, and concert happening this weekend is Soundside producer Jason Megatron Burrows.
Thank you, Libby. It is really lovely to have you back. And welcome back, everyone, to the Weekend Warmup. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Coincidentally, it is the only Friday the 13th of the entire year, so let's make it count. We are 1 week away from Juneteenth, but that is not stopping the folks at the Black Night Market from getting started early. 2 vibrant markets are being held on Pier 62, one tomorrow and one next week for Juneteenth itself, featuring a diverse lineup of BIPOC vendors, performers, and food trucks. The Black Night Market works to create a space that uplifts Black businesses, showcases creativity, and fosters community connections. It opens at 3:30 Friday afternoon and runs through 9:30 tomorrow night. Now, I was really excited to talk about They Might Be Giants and say something about you being the only bee in my bonnet, but all 3 of their shows are sold out this weekend, so pretend that I didn't mention them. I am going to use their music throughout, though. Speaking of steampunk, which we weren't, Port Townsend is hosting the Brass Screw Consortium this weekend. You can head out to the peninsula for an entire weekend of chronologically discontinuous adventure where pirates, aetherists, outcasts, and bodgers clash in whimsical games of skill and wit. Or at least, that's what it says on the website. The Steampunk Octathlon is a series of 8 tests of skill, including the Grand Type-Off, where contestants face the cold steel of a mechanical typewriter. There are also a number of different duels, with opponents arming themselves with Nerf weaponry, tea, and flattery. I dabbled in steampunk nerdery in my youth, so all of this sounds really delightful to me. It starts tomorrow and runs through Sunday out in Port Townsend. Now, last week we had Duval Days. This week it's time for Maple Valley Days. Lake Wilderness Park is the center of the action as Maple Valley celebrates with a parade, live music, a carnival, kids' activities, so much food, and tons more. There's even a pancake breakfast before the parade on Saturday. Those celebrations begin tomorrow at 4 p.m. and run through 5 o'clock on Sunday. Next, make a list of your 5 favorite albums and head to Tacoma Saturday night. The Pantages Theater is offering an opportunity to watch one of my favorite films with one of my favorite actors. An Evening with John Cusack features the movie High Fidelity with a Q&A session after the screening. You can purchase VIP meet and greet tickets or just sit in the theater and enjoy. And also, for the record, it's AC/DC Highway to Hell, Aerosmith Pump, The Beatles Let It Be, The Cardigans Gran Turismo, and The Cult Pure Cult. Yes, I do have that list saved on my phone, and no, I will not be answering any questions at this time. Also on Saturday, it's an entire day of dragon boat racing out on Lake Union. Opening ceremony for the Seattle Flying Dragons Dragon Boat Festival is at 8 Saturday morning, and races begin at 8:30. There are 50 dragon boat teams racing in a variety of different categories. There are food trucks and vendors, and a series of cultural performances. The final race of the day is at 4 p.m., but the party will continue with a chance to experience dragon boat racing firsthand afterwards. It's all happening at South Lake Union Park on Saturday. All right, we are done. Do not forget that Sunday is Father's Day, so if you want to take your pops out to brunch, make that reservation now. Or yesterday. As usual, we will have links to all of these events at kuow.org/Soundside, and if you need to find even more events, you can check out KUOW's podcast, Meet Me Here. If you would like to suggest an event for future installments of the segment, please shoot me an email, soundside@kuow.org. Thank you for listening to Soundside. I am Jason Megatron Burrows, and that's what you could be doing this weekend.
Thanks for listening to Soundside. And hey, this show is only possible because listeners support us. If you are able to give right now, check out the show notes for a link to donate. And don't forget, you can listen live on KUOW 94.9 FM Seattle at noon and 8 p.m., Monday through Thursday, or anytime online at KUOW.org.